1.
Hi, and welcome to Roast Battle, the show where comedians insult each other to win your approval. My name is Mark Cram, and I will be your host this evening. If you've never seen Roast Battle before, what's going to happen is two comedians are going to basically slate each other over the course of 5 jokes. Person who has the best jokes wins. They have a chance to rebut against each other as well. So there'll probably be the funnier bits because none of them can actually write jokes properly. They're just funny off the cuff. Real life. The judges will decide the winner of each battle. We have 3 wonderful judges this evening, but other than that, we also have our wonderful comment man, Mr. Callum Ross. Say hi, Callum.
Hey, I'm here. So if you are watching on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, I'm going to be reading out your comments. So heckle the acts, make fun of them, and I'll read them out. That's what we're looking for.
Callum is coming to you live from what looks like a prison cell. What are you doing a stretch for at the moment, Callum?
Let's not talk about it, man. I've been doing a stretch for just being incredibly boring during lockdown. Apparently that's illegal.
Why have you been so boring during lockdown? What have you been doing?
I wasn't expecting this, but yeah, I've been doing fuck all, man. I heard like we're not like you, Mark. You've got a fucking beer tap in your flat.
Yes, I do.
We're not all like you, man. Like I'm here drinking water like a peasant. Keeping hydrated.
At least you've got water. If Thames Water are watching, fuck off, you cunts.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot you had your water cut off. I was gonna say,
rubbing your water in my face. Ironically, the only tap in my house that works right now is the beer tap. So that's what we're looking at. Right, so let's meet our judges for this evening. First up, we have Mr. Lee Hudson, who's joining us live via Twitch, where he's doing a World of Warcraft stream at the same time as doing this.
Got to make money somehow in lockdown, you know.
So Lee, you're a veteran of the roast battle circuit. What are you looking for tonight from the competitors?
I'm looking for like a bit of sexual tension in the battles tonight. Whether that's the battle that involves an actual couple or not, or whether it's one of the other ones, I don't know.
How much sexual tension are we talking here? I
want to see a battle that, you know, might involve some inappropriate DMs afterwards, and then we can all watch someone get cancelled on a Facebook forum.
So dodgy subjects in the current grounds. Shout out to. I'm not going to name any names.
I see Johnny Depp and Amber Heard levels.
Yeah.
I want to see someone literally shit the bed.
Yeah.
Speaking of Americans, we're going to meet your next judge, Mr. Jay Light, live from Hollywood.
Hi, yes. Jay. Hi. Happy to be here.
For those of you who don't know, Jay was booking Roast Battle in LA at the Comedy Store. Is that right, Jay?
That's right. Yeah, doing that out here. Was on a couple seasons of the Comedy Central show out here, and helping run Roast Battle here in the U.S. while we're doing our quarantine shows.
So how do you think the British Roast Battles compare to the American ones, Jay?
You guys are a lot more fun than the U.S. ones. Everybody in the U.S. takes each other too seriously sometimes, but you Brits have a good time. That's why I love the Edinburgh version of the show. I'm glad to be back here for this.
Cool. And what are you looking for from the acts tonight, Jay? I almost called you Callum.
This is fine. I would love to see some sharp jokes. Brit, dig up some shit. Reference any allegations, illegal, pedophiles, whatever you need. Okay. Really give it your last hurrah. I know 77% of your venues are going to close, so get ready to write more jokes. And
thanks, Jay. Thanks for cheering us up.
It's all right. I'm coming to you. We're already burning down. Get ready to keep it going.
And I would say on the sort of sex offender front, I'm looking at the lineup tonight, I'm like 25% possibly. Give or take, guys, opinions?
Yeah, I reckon you probably are, Mark.
Right, and finally, your last judge, Mr. Nico Yearwood. How you doing, Nico?
Bro, I'm good, man. How you doing, Mark? I ain't see you in a while, man. It's good to see you.
For those of you won't know, me and Nico had our venues next to each other in Edinburgh this year, so we saw each other every day in the rain, and his flyer was much, much better than mine. And would literally just shout out, "Come see the best comedian in the world!" Yeah. And my flyer was like, I can't match that energy.
That's the only good thing about my show, the flyer.
I'm sure your show is amazing, Nico. So, is this have you judged Roast Battle before?
Yeah. Yeah, I did one like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so what are you looking for tonight? What do you want from the competitors?
I just want to see some tight jokes, man. Tight insults, some scathing attacks, and yeah, just keep it brutal. That's all.
Keep it brutal. That's what we like to hear. Right.
Yeah, man.
So we got 4 wonderful battles for you this evening. I think we'll be cracking on with the first one in just a sec. Are we going to do the battle thing? Do you want to do the battle thing, guys?
Let's do it, man.
Yes.
Let's do it, right. So to welcome the acts on the stage, usually we all together shout battle, and it's just going to be the 5 of us doing it. You ready now, guys? Okay. Battle!
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 Battle! Hurt my ears, right. So you ready for your first battle? Mr. Sid Singh versus Victor Pãtrãşcan. Go!
All right. Can you guys hear me? All right. Oh my God, this is exciting.
Right.
All right. So are we starting?
Who's going first?
I'm going first.
There you go.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Victor, and this is 2 Indian people in one, because he's fat. He's full of shit. Look at him. He looks like he hasn't appooed in 7 to 11 weeks.
Man, that took so long to get out.
Was into bellyfulness. What?
Man, Victor's comedy career is a lot like my body, actually. It's not going to work out. That took so long for you to say that. Victor is so Eastern European. This roast is the longest Victor has gone without trying to take Liam Neeson's daughter.
Coming from a fan of the Korma Sutra, I find that very appealing. But Sid is much more than that. He's a very complex man. He looks like he could work in a sweatshop, but he never sweats while exercising. The only time he sweats is when his younger cousins are asked why they know the shape of his penis.
It's a good point. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Listen, man, I'm fat, but Victor is so skinny and your beard is so creepy. You're the only dude whose face looks like it's trying to Me Too your body.
Dude, you look like you are Aziz Ansari if he ate his Me Too victim.
Thank you, Romanian Tez Ilias.
Man, you look like a cannibal because you look like you ate all your nans. Sid is so fat now. If he loses his legs, he's gonna be perfectly round.
Oh man,
diabetes.
Oh, okay. Hey, write that down, judges. Man, I like Victor. This is very sweet. I like this. This is very fun. Victor, you treat the comedy industry like your family, and we reciprocate, man. We treat you, specifically like your dad, in that we left really early after meeting you once, and now we want nothing to do with you.
Oh, that's sweed. Talking about families from the shaped Ewok over here. Sid is of Indian descent, which is why he looks like Rostov Peter is his dad, and his mom is Justin Trudeau. He's very proud of his heritage, particularly the fact that he's from the highest caste in India, which is ironic because women find him untouchable.
Whereas Victor is Romanian. All right, Victor, you're very Romanian. But don't worry, I would never call you a gypsy, all right? Not because it's a slur, but because gypsies go from city to city actually entertaining people.
All right. Fucking hell, that was the joke. I could hear crickets, which for an Indian man, I know you like crickets. Sid is not married, yet his parents have tried to arrange a spouse for him, but they keep killing themselves after they meet him and before they marry him. Actually, Sid is responsible for the suicide of 72 virgins that his cousin will get when he blows the mosque up.
It was so long. I'm glad you finally got it out. Man, Victor's best case in comedy is that he's the second famous Romanian after fucking Dracula. And you have a lot in common with Dracula in that you mostly work at night, you have a weird accent, and at the end of the day, you suck.
Yeah. Isn't it weird that Gandhi starved himself to win the independence, yet you're eating so no one will marry you?
I didn't think there would be so many fat jokes, man. I'm impressed by this. I want to make this very clear. Victor isn't trans. He's Transylvanian, He's not anything like a trans person, because unlike trans people, Victor is creepy, he's unnaturally hairy, and he hangs out in women's restrooms.
All right. Wait, I have one more. Where was it? Fuck.
I got one. You wanna? I'll give you some time.
Yeah,
I'll give
you
some
do
time.
one.
Yeah. Whenever I call Victor a hack, what I mean is he looks like he's trying to hack the U.S. elections.
Sid spent all his life in school, which is why he now can pass his STD tests because he's still a virgin. Sid has a degree in biological engineering, political science, and law, which makes him Uber qualified. He's qualified to drive an Uber.
That's good. It's always helpful when you have to explain your jokes afterwards.
Yeah,
this reminds me, Victor's the reason Brexit happened. Your comedy has made British people hate immigrants more than Nigel Farage.
Wow.
The reason they were so slow to help those kids in Scotland was because when they heard an immigrant was bombing people, they thought it was your comedy.
Oh my God, you look like you ate your explosive backpack. Sid started comedy 11 years ago, which makes his career older than the girls his parents want him to marry. I think that's it. That's all I have.
You want to keep going? Okay, yeah, sure.
Great battle, guys. Really enjoyed it. That went
All right.
super early on in the show.
Yay, great job, man. That was so good.
In case you weren't clear, Sid is fat and Asian. I don't know if Victor did drum that home.
And I'm Romanian and a hobo.
Right.
And
Over
a
to the
racist.
judges.
Don't forget.
Oh.
And a racist, sorry. Guys, let's go. Let's throw to Nico Yearwood first. Nico, what are you thinking?
Yeah, it was great, man. I like the energy. Relentless from both of you. I'm gonna give the nod to Victor. He just wouldn't let up on the fat jokes, and it was hilarious, man. Just one after the other. Fat. Maybe one wrong joke in there, but I like the relentlessness. So I'm gonna give it to Victor.
So Lee Hudson, did that deliver on the sexual tension that you were after?
Not quite. We'll have to look to the other battles for that. But I like how they're ripping on each other's appearance when they look like the same person with a different race. Essentially, same haircut, same beard. But no, I think it was a great way to start the show. Really good back and forth. Tough decision, but I think Victor just shaded it. I love the cricket's joke.
So Victor has already won. So now the pointless opinion of Jay Light.
Perfect. Well, I do. You guys did hit the pedophile stuff. It's really just slaking my thirst for that. So good job there, Sid. I can only imagine how terrible your actual apartment is, given that it looks like you're using a fake background of a nicer apartment. Can you get up and go close that window? No, I don't want to put you on blast. I did. It was really close. It was really great. The penis sweat joke from Victor, the untouchable joke, the gypsy joke, or the Dracula joke. I also really like that Victor did an extra joke on Sid by needing him for tech support when he forgot his how his computer works. I would have given it to Sid. I think you edged it a little bit. It was really close, but great job, Victor, too.
So your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Victor Pãtrãşcan.
Got a few comments coming through. Twitter, someone put, I Googled Fat Gandhi and Sid came up.
It's the actual bit I have, yeah.
Already, okay. Got here late. Has David Lewis killed himself yet? That's for later on. Victor looks like a different communist leader every week. Someone's coming back every week and fire you up, man. That's good. Victor not recording from his bathroom for once. That's good. Yeah, it's a good comment. Keep the comments going, guys. We need this.
It was fun. Thanks, guys.
Have great battle, guys.
Man.
Yes, that was good.
Yeah, good job, guys.
What dictator do you think Victor looks like this week? Did they give any
He looks like Che. I mean, he's not really a dictator, but he looks like a dirty Che Guevara, as I always say. Like,
yeah,
he looks like I don't know. I don't know any dictators.
Have you ever seen a photo? I think it's Stalin, who was like really hot when he was young. Is it Stalin?
He's the good-looking one. Yeah,
that's the one.
That's not him then. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say that's not Victor, but I was like,
he looks like he can't afford Chairman Mao. I'm riffing.
He can't afford. I'm not sure what that meant.
I don't know. Chairman Mao.
Yeah, we're all missing gigs, Callum.
Tell me about
it. It didn't work the first time, Callum.
Right, so I think we need to get ready for our second battle. Guys, let's not do the battle shout again. That was fucking chaos last time. Your next battle is Lydia Rickards versus Eamon Goodfellow. Let's see him. You in, guys?
Yeah.
Can you both hear me?
Yeah.
Good. Right. Right. Who's going first?
Lydia, do you want to go first?
Lydia can go first. All right. Have a good battle, guys. I'm going to pour a beer.
Eamon's comedy career is the biggest tragedy to come out of Northern Ireland since the Titanic. And on that note, Eamon's head is the biggest thing to come out of Northern Ireland since the Titanic.
Well, thanks for that, Lydia. Just on the subject of the Titanic, it was all right whenever it left fucking Belfast. Now, Lydia's dating a much older bloke, but it's reassuring to see that a female comedian can be groomed by somebody outside of the comedy community. Her boyfriend, George, is a mega successful banker, while Lydia is unfortunately unemployed. They plan to get married just as soon as Lydia signs the prenup. I mean, I'm not saying that Lydia is a gold digger, but her favorite film is Parasite. And the username on her Tinder profile is Miss Sponge 1991. But she doesn't have daddy issues, though she does make George wear a cardigan while they're having sex, although George does use it to cover her face up.
Yeah, good one, Mr. Potato Famine Head. When people speak of the troubles in Northern Ireland, they mean Eamon's struggle in finding a hat.
Lydia loves musicals. In fact, she lost her virginity to the guy doing the family loft conversion as he fiddled her on the roof. In fact, her love life reads like a musical. She's had Guys and Dolls, Jersey Boys. In fact, with her, anything goes except anal and groups. She definitely won't do shitty gangbangs. Movie heroes, though, are a big fan of Lydia. Apparently, the Incredible Hulk uses her vagina as a hand warmer.
Okay, maybe you should go back to Belfast. Move on. Eamon works in statistics, which explains why he's so average. The only thing that isn't average about Eamon is the size of his head.
That and the size of my cock. Lydia's dad is a gun case maker, which is useful as he'll have something to hand to put Lydia's comedy career out of its misery. Either that or turn it upon himself when he can no longer take what a disappointment she's become. In fact, whenever she was young, her family used to pretend that she was adopted because, well, she looked like this. Lydia, don't worry, you're not adopted. There's no way that somebody would deliberately pick a kid that looked like this. You know, even Angelina Jolie would say no. In fact, her family used to say that she was an alien, which is a coincidence because that's what her boyfriend's favorite film franchise is. But unfortunately, just like his sex dreams, they're a bit shit whenever Sigourney Weaver isn't in them.
Where the fuck did you get that? Did you buy that teddy for this, or did you already have it?
Which answer is creepier?
I mean, swings and roundabouts there.
In fairness, I couldn't get a doll that looked like Ed Sheeran fucking Casper the Ghost.
Great. Doing really well for the originality this round. Eamon works for the National Lottery, so he understands better than anyone that he has a better chance of being struck by lightning than ever having sex again.
Lydia has IBS, a medical condition that primarily affects the middle classes. Lydia fears that her IBS will cause her to shit on stage. Luckily, her material stinks so much people think that she's done that even before she started. By the way, Lydia is a fucking terrible person whenever it comes to other people's medical problems. She hates people with clubbed feet. Yes, she's lactose intolerant.
Okay, Jelly Adams. Okay, let's finish this up. Eamon Eamon looks like a post-Brexit Nigel Farage after we fished his pale, bloated body from the sea.
Lydia used to live in Canada. She misses it terribly, especially the way that the sweetness of maple syrup balanced the natural tartness of jizz. She used to go to university in Leicester and recently visited her old boyfriends up there, which caused the spike in the COVID virus. Lydia's literally scored more times in Leicester than Jamie Vardy. In fact, while she was there in Leicester, they used to use her big, fat, featureless visage to show classic black and white movies. But hey, it's not the first time she's had 12 angry men projecting all over her face.
No, they originally used your forehead as the scene. But, yeah.
There you guys.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome stuff. Awesome work, guys. I would like to say I've not seen someone die that hard wearing a fez doing comedy since Tommy Cooper, so that was nice. Yeah, retro and offensive at the same time. Cool. So since his opinion didn't matter last time, I think we should throw to Jay Light first. Jay, who do you think won?
Man, it's tough to say because they both really fucked up by the end. It was growing downhill. I will say, Eamon, I did like your short stories. They were very deep. The natural tartness of jizz, you should definitely call your poetry book that. That's just it's a wonderful turn of phrase. You had some funny stuff in there, Eamon. It was very layered, but Lydia's stuff, even when it wasn't hitting as hard, it was very quick and to the point. And I do like all the head jokes that she did too. That was great. So I'm going to give it to Lydia and let her go back to writing angry letters to J.K. Rowling about feminism or something.
Okay, let's throw to Nico Yearwood.
Yeah. That was tough to sit through, man. But there was some good bits. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Lydia. Her stuff was punchier, and I didn't like Eamon's lactose intolerant joke. That was terrible, man.
Yeah.
That was bad, dude.
If I respect you as a comedian, Nico, I would take that.
Yeah, that what? What's that? Say it with
Say
your
again,
chest,
bitch.
bro. Say it like you believe it, mate.
He said he respects you as a comedian, but not as a person. That's what I heard.
Okay. And then using props. Then using props in a roast battle, man. Come on. So yeah, definitely Lydia. I'm gonna go with Lydia. But yeah, bravo to both of you.
Once again, the third judge doesn't matter, but Lee Hudson.
It's just the way I like it. This looked like a bitterly divorced couple arguing over who gets the dog. Yeah, Eamon's jokes were just way too long. Like even by doing 5 at a time, he still didn't win, in my opinion. I really enjoyed Lydia's Mr. Potato Famine head joke. That was decent. So yeah, I'll give it to Lydia as well.
Thanks. It's always nice to win something by default.
You earned it, Lydia. Right? We believe in you. I personally would have also voted for Lydia. Not that that matters. Right. So that was awesome. Good work, guys. Thanks very much for joining the show. Callum, anything to add from the internet?
Some good comments here. I just saw some weird stains on that doll. I never thought my suicide note would be a Facebook comment, but here it is. I can't believe that. Imagine not being the most successful Eamon. Lydia looks like a substitute teacher that had a kid with a student. Moaning Myrtle in sepia tones as well.
I love that we've kicked Eamon out, but Lydia's been allowed to stay.
Yeah. Well, she was the winner. I thought she deserved to have the stuff over Eamon.
Is it because we're really milking the fact that we have got a female on the show and we really need to highlight that fact?
I think it's pretty much all females for the rest of the show, so it's all good.
David Lewis is going to be really perplexed by that. Right, so next.
Thanks for coming on, Lydia.
Yeah, thanks, Lydia. So yeah, our next battle is actually between a couple. That's exciting. Any romance stories, guys? Any lockdown love going on with you guys? Nico, you're a married man.
Yeah.
Really painting a good picture of married life. Yeah, still married, still going on. Lee, got anything on the go?
I live with my girlfriend, so yeah.
Don't know.
Has anyone ever seen her?
It's me and Eamon share that doll.
Fucking hell, that's dark. Daylight, what's your romantic sitch?
I also live with my girlfriend. We just adopted a kitten. So, you know, now we have something to care about again in the household.
What's the kitten called?
Linus. Like
That's a
from
solid name. I like
yeah.
that.
Does it have its own Instagram account yet?
No, not yet. But you can follow mine if you want to see pictures of it trying to suck on my face like a mother's teat.
What's the
Okay,
account?
I want to see hashtag Linus cat after during the show. I want to get that going. I expect that to be in the comments.
What LA resident doesn't have a pet that doesn't have its own Instagram account? It's a letdown, Jay.
Have you got
Hey,
a cat?
listen,
Hollywood,
I got 2 cats now, so I got to figure out which one to sacrifice to the Instagram gods. I don't know which one's ready yet.
I would go with the cuter one.
Well, one's fat, so I guess it's the other one by default then here in Hollywood.
Body shame your cat. You're better than that, Jay Light.
This business ain't, baby.
So I've been on a couple of dates during lockdown. On one of them, I accidentally fell asleep the other night, and I woke up to her telling me she was leaving because I'd fallen asleep, which is fair. On the other one, I accidentally got chili pepper on my testicles and had to pretend my balls weren't burning for the rest of the night.
Wait, what? How did that happen?
So I was at her house cooking fajitas with her, and I was chopping peppers, and I went to the toilet. I was pretty drunk, so I'd been a bit absent-minded, and I just touched my balls. And then, as you know, if that's ever happened to you, for the next 2 hours, it was really burning, and I had to maintain small talk with this girl, and as if that wasn't, as if it wasn't happening.
This feels like one of the American Pie films they made after Free.
My life is a shit.
Yeah. American Pie, Dalston hits.
Straight to
they couldn't
DVD.
even get Jason Biggs to do.
Yeah.
Cool. So I think we should probably get. So speaking of relationships, the next battle is between a couple. So we have David Lewis versus Lucy Cox.
Battle.
Hello.
Hi guys. Which one is going first?
Can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go first. I'm David.
Thank you. Hi, David.
Okay, Lucy Cox, my girlfriend and tenant, has been with me since 2016. It's fitting that her name is Lucy Cox because by all accounts, Luz, E and Cox were a staple part of her personality before she met me. After 4 years together, a more apt name for her would be Ms. Stella Fanny Shits Her Pants. Ms. because she's an unmarried woman in her 30s.
Whose fault's that?
Ooh.
I'd just like to start by saying I'm not actually a comedian. So
it hasn't stopped me.
Neither is David.
It hasn't actually. I've watched the stuff and it's not anything. David's been doing comedy for 6 years, and much like his performance in bed, he still doesn't have a solid 5 minutes. Where's the camera? Am I like sliding up? David runs a string of nights under the name Big Nose Comedy, which is fitting because much like Pinocchio, he's lying to himself if he thinks this makes him a stand-up comedian rather than an aggressive beggar rattling an empty pint glass at comedians' obligatory +1s. What a time to be alive!
People have remarked that I am punching above my weight going out with Lucy. For what it's worth, I can assure you, 3.5 weeks into lockdown, that officially became true. That is a joke about Lucy's love of carbohydrates, not a gag about me beating her.
And you've really been pulling your weight when it comes to cooking and cleaning, haven't you? People often ask what it's like dating a comedian. It must be so much fun. You must laugh all the time. To which I reply, yeah, it's a real gas. It's like Zyklon B. That's a joke about Jews in its contents.
We have a lot to talk about after this. We met, Lucy and I met on a telly dating show as the producers thought we were compatible and had a similar outlook. But after 4 years together, I can assure you the only thing of Lucy's that's akin to my personality is in fact her vagina, because like me, it's incredibly dry, has tremendous depth, has really let itself go during lockdown, and for some strange reason always inexplicably smells of a combination of Dairy Lee slices and Pepperami originals. So make of that what you will.
Well, you are what you eat. David and I met on a show called Dinner Date. When the show asked me what kind of man I'm attracted to, I told them I like really hairy men. I'm going off camera a lot here. Should we move this a bit? Hi! I told them I like really hairy men. After sex, I like my body to look like a piece of toast that's landed on the floor, butter side down. I shouldn't have been surprised then when I first visited David's flat and mistakenly thought his bathroom was carpeted. In slow horror, I realised the carpet was actually a soft floor covering of human hair. Beard, back, pubes, crack, fro. In 3 years of living there, he'd never cleaned the place. I was straight back on the phone to Dinner Date asking for a do-over.
Do-over?
That was like that was like a dust ball, but it would have been a hairball.
That is true.
Well done, guys. That's fucking amazing. I think Mark has gone off the Zoom, so I'm just going to take over. First of all, that was fucking brilliant. Everyone fucking give up for them. That was fucking
amazing. 3 jokes in.
Oh, sorry. Shit. Sorry,
Jesus
guys.
Christ. Know your audience. Okay. All right. Thank you, Callum, for fucking that one up, but that's all good. All right. Joke 4. I've never been taken off after 3. I mean,
sorry,
Jesus,
guys,
how much MDMA have you taken? All right.
Sorry.
Okay.
I was panicking.
Joke 4. You're good. Lucy's favourite TV show is RuPaul's Drag Race, and she's even paying homage to that show tonight by coming dressed as a man in drag. Only joking. Lucy's twin passions in life are collecting clothes and mental health. And one absolute fact about Lucy is that the only thing she has more than shoes is issues.
Oh,
so boom.
Well done. When David agreed to be on Dinner Date, he wasn't actually interested in finding a girlfriend. He thought they'd pay him to be on the show. They told him there wasn't an appearance fee, but as the picker, he'd get 4 free meals. I can just imagine the glee now. You've got to pick a man you want to. You've got to pick a man you want to. The fact is, David's more interested in food than he is in sex. To him, slap and tickle is a slap of the lips and a tickle of the taste buds, and hide the sausage is a non-kosher canapé. The upside is, I'm not worried he'll be revealed as yet another sex pest or pedo on the comedy circuit. If he's caught in a playground asking to look inside children's lunchboxes and have a suck on their petit flu tube, we can rest assured he's only after another free lunch.
My girlfriend, everybody. My final joke, Lucy is not only a very attractive woman, but she's also got a unique connection to successive prime ministers. She not only grew up in Theresa May's constituency in Berkshire, then in 2020, she became the only person in Britain to look like Carrie Simons, and then after lockdown, looked like Boris Johnson. So that's another joke about her love of carbohydrates.
I don't have many rebuttals, but I do want to play this, if people can hear it. Oh, I don't know if that's going to work. Can we hear that? Again.
Is Mark falling asleep again?
It's David snoring, but it's also how we all feel about his jokes. Okay, since David turned 40, he's been having a bit of a midlife crisis, regressing to his teen years and smoking weed again. As a posh North London prick, you might not be surprised that he won't smoke just anything. He's been buying pistachio-flavoured cannabis flowers. I hope this isn't a gateway drug and we don't find him huddled in the door of Waitrose begging cash for his next fix of fair trade crack or hummus-flavoured heroin.
Bravo.
Well, guys, awesome stuff. Great battle.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank
It
you.
was nice to see a battle between a couple who looked like they're dressed to go to secret cinema, so that was good. They are spectacular outfits, guys. I'm really impressed. I particularly like the bow tie, David. It's very dapper.
Thank you very much.
Did you already own that, or did you buy that for the battle?
I bought it months ago, and this is the first time I've ever worn it. It cost me £1 from a shop on Cali Road, so you're welcome.
Yeah, you were still overcharged. Interesting. So, let's throw to the judges. I thought it was a great battle. Personally, really enjoyed it. Not gonna lie, I missed a bit in the middle because I lost my internet connection. Lee Hudson.
This looks like the scene in Borat where he kidnaps Pamela Anderson.
Which one's Borat?
But no, it's always nice to see a couple that supplement personalities with an interest in vintage clothing. That's always nice. That was a good back and forth. I thought Lucy did really well considering she's not a comedian. Same with David. But I think David just shaded it. David just shaded it for me. Yeah.
Well, more importantly, Lee, rather than your vote, like, did it deliver on the sexual tension you've been waiting for all night?
Definitely, yeah. I can definitely see a breakup coming there. It's but it's going to be after some angry sex.
Cool.
I'll take it. I'll take angry sex.
Interesting. Jay Light, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, yeah, this is a great battle between a magician and his assistant. This was very fun.
Again, which one's the magician?
I really liked how, Lucy, your jokes, like, topic-wise, they were so all over the place. Like, there were some times where you were being real cute where it was like, he doesn't clean up. And then other times you're like, the Jews were murdered by Zyklon B. Never forget.
That's how we keep it fresh in our relationship, because we're always walking the line of threats.
It was a fun composition, but you kind of petered out at the end there. David, you started off a little slower, and then you built up. You got a lot of great momentum by the end. So I'm going to give it to David.
No way.
Oh, well, so once again, we've got a 2-0 lead. So, Nico Yearwood.
Yeah, I thought that was the best battle of the night. I think the chemistry was there, and, you know, it was flying. It was good. It was great. And it's good to see what Nish Kumar would look like if he was white. But no, for me, I'm going to have to give the edge to Lucy. Is Lucy right?
I agree.
Because the fact that she's not a comedian and did so well and it was just banging them out. Fantastic work. Yeah.
So David wins it, but I think me and Callum would agree if the comment guy and the host were voting, Lucy would have won that.
Well, she got Lucy. The comments are loving Lucy, so she got the audience vote.
Are they all my mum?
There's a lot of your mum. No, I'm joking. No. I just want to read out some of the comments there. And by the way, apologies for interrupting. I got a message that said Mark's gone. And I went panic. So apologies for.
Oh, you were panicking. I shut my pants.
But that was a great battle, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, that was great.
Great comments. Already getting heavy. Oh, she pegs him vibe. That's good.
What was that, Mum?
Right there. That laugh right there is the laugh of man. That is definitely true. That is, of course that doesn't happen.
We're not here to kink shame, Cram. Go on.
But Bertie Janair says, can you both sing? My name is Alexander Hamilton.
Nice.
I like that. It's the dress code of Downton Shabby.
You know that's been posted by some bloke in his fucking underwear, like sitting in front of his laptop.
Houses have less sexual tension than the last two battles. You look like you're from Strictly Come Ball Gag. That was a stretch. Lucy is great. Could have done with more Jewish jokes, though. They didn't like there was a lack. There should be more Jewish jokes.
I've got 3 more jokes, but maybe for another time.
Next time. But it was great, yeah. And I think last one, Samantha Ottaway. I think Lucy absolutely nailed it. So well done, Lucy.
Yeah. Well done. Any positive comments for David?
None. The only positive comment is from you, Mark Cram, that said I would give it to David's girlfriend. That's the closest I got. So I
would give it to David's girlfriend. Who said that? When did I say that? Oh no, I would give it to David. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. True. Anyway, well, both of you, I'm bi. I can work. Anyway, cool. Been a long lockdown, guys. It's not been the time to be single. Right. Well, great battle, guys. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you. Good night.
Right. So we only have one battle left. So I feel like we need to have a bit of a chat beforehand. Callum, we got any other comments coming in? Anything interesting?
Just saying, be more interesting, be more funny, Mark. I'm
Who's
joking. I
saying
didn't
that?
say that. I didn't.
Is that just your note for me?
I was fucking with you, man. No, we got no comments coming in. They just tend to be coming. They're not pick. I was going to say to people watching at home, make fun of the judges as well. Come on.
Yeah,
we can do
I
it.
mean, look at Lee Hudson.
There's a lot to work with.
He's wearing like he looks like the guy that you have like the Friday at the office where you can wear like what you want day. And he's like, look, I like the streets. I'm cool. I don't just work in IT.
The thing is, like, I don't think he'd buy an official Streets t-shirt. I think he's, you know, when people are selling the shirts outside the gig afterwards, which are clearly fake knockoffs, that's the t-shirt Lee Hudson buys. Is that accurate?
Watch those pennies. Gotta watch those pennies.
Lee kind of looks like his head used to be the same size, but he started wearing t-shirts that were too small, and it just kind of squeezed it all to the top as he was pulling them down.
Like a tube of toothpaste. Like
yeah.
I don't know why we're just picking on Lee for no reason.
Well, I'm not done. Listen.
What you got?
Lee looks like he got a hair transplant in like Leicester, like on a Groupon deal.
That's next week. I'm looking for one. No, I need one.
I like that we can make fun of Lee, but we won't make fun of Nico because he's the coolest motherfucker in comedy.
I'll make fun of Nico. I don't know.
Go on.
I think Nico can't even afford a poster to be big enough in the background of his own Zoom show. Was it saying it? Is that your Bayesian show did last year?
Comedian of the year.
Yeah, but wait on. Comedian of the year where?
Yeah, what's that?
That's
from?
not important.
Are you suggesting that comedians sometimes put fake accolades on their posters?
Yeah.
Comedian of the year from the Chippenham.
Four fake accolades here. Four of them.
All right. Well, we can't. I love you made it small enough we can't read them. That's all I'm saying.
Victor made this poster actually. Shout out to Victor.
Oh, did he? Okay. So you definitely got on the cheap.
Victor took my photo.
Remember that cheap Eastern European labour?
Yeah. Victor made me take my shirt off for my photo shoot with him.
He does that to everyone.
Well.
Very uncomfortable.
He does that to anyone with tits.
Yeah.
Like this.
Hey.
This is going to start
lost
Fred.
28 pounds, my friend. I'm feeling good about myself.
It's got a comment from Desmond Feely. He said, "Could you guys lick your lips seductively?" I think he's on the wrong thing.
Was that seductive? I don't know. It's fucking weird. Right, so are we ready for our last battle, guys? You reckon?
Yeah.
Fucking do it. Right, so last battle is between Stella Graham and Los Digits. Let's do this.
Ooh, battle.
Battle. Well, Lost Digits is collecting audio. I mean, lose the background digits. You're a car right now. I don't know what to do with that. Stella, you're battling a car.
Excellent.
What the fuck is this? What is happening?
Just let it happen, Mark. Let it
What's up, motherfucker?
Okay, I'll ask who's going first, but I have a feeling Los Digits is just going to do whatever the fuck he wants, so let's do this.
Hey, are you guys still alive after that last battle? Goddamn, those are some long-ass jokes, woo. Longer than the damn COVID. Woo!
Okay.
Has it started?
I don't know.
Let's go first.
I don't mind. I was going to say, Digits, why don't you turn off that Zoom background and just show us all the inside of your trailer?
What trailer? My movie trailer?
Whatever, the one you just broke into.
Hey, it's an honor to be battling Justine Maxwell away from Epstein's Island. Stella has a YouTube channel where she does comedy and workouts at the same time. But just by looking at her, you could tell those things aren't working out for her. Her body's so out of shape, even Eamon's blow-up doll has a better fucking physique.
Who?
This is the guy on earlier.
Eamon. Oh, there we go. Eamon. Oh, right.
It's a callback.
Got ya. Eamon must be ecstatic. Cool. Well, good evening, Taco Bellend. Nice to see you.
That was nice.
Lost Digits claims to be a rapper, but you're Mexican. You're a gardener. I mean, you do have hoes in different area codes, but you've also got a lawnmower, a spade, and a rake.
Thank you, Stella Artois. Hey, Stella claims that she is a karma comedian. I don't know what the fuck that is, but if comedy equals karma, then Stella has a lot of bad karma coming her way. Karma comedian, fool.
Thank you, Danny DeVito ate too much burrito. Seriously, why the name Lost Digits? You could have gone for Lost Hope, Lost Cause, Lost the Will to Live, Lost Prophets lead singer, and lost the baby when you kicked your wife down the stairs. I know. It's so cruel to kick his 11-year-old wife down the stairs.
Hey, yo, thank you, M.I.A.Ho, the rapper. Hey, yo, Stella has a podcast called The Comedy Hangover, mainly because it makes your head hurt and possibly gives you the shits the next morning.
All right. Digits is so stupid. He thought COVID-19 was a Mexican street gang. His Instagram comes with a content warning because he's so fucking ugly. I mean, seriously, your pictures are so bad. I had to put a filter on them just to look. You clearly don't snort coke off a mirror. He has to do it off a credit card. Not his, obviously, because nobody gives him credit.
Off of keys works better, but Stella recently had a show she hosted called Sneaky Little Bitch, which shows you that she's her self-centered personality because she named that show after herself, that sneaky little bitch. Sneaky little bitch. Go check it out.
Excellent. Let's stick with the rap theme, shall we? Piggy, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your chins just hypnotize me. His biggest influence was 50 Cent, because every time Digits went to the candy shop, he'd charge his granddad 50 cents to suck his weasel cock.
What the fuck is the weasel cock? Is that like a bellum?
Even you haven't found it.
All right. Have you found it? Yeah. In America, Stella is the name of a beer on tap. In the UK, Stella is the name of a chick you don't want to tap. She's so ugly, she gets Uber pools all to herself. She's so ugly, even the COVID quarantines from her. Her body is an actual antibody. Ugly hoe.
I love the sign off. Actually, my middle name. I'm impressed with the research. Thank you, type 2 diabetes, Dwayne Johnson. You are a rapper, apparently. I checked out your shit. You are no notorious. Your rhymes are laborious. Your rap career's got less legs than Oscar Pistorius. There you go.
What does that mean? I'm gonna have to Google that.
Yeah, hopefully you can steal somebody's Wi-Fi and do that later.
I'll steal somebody's wife. All right, that was it, right?
Is that the end? Wow, good job, guys. Wow, it's nice to see someone who looks like more of a bell end than a peak cat than I do, so that's cool. Really, it's good to see LJ the Funk committing fully to the character. I mean, I'd like to rag on both of you, but like I like Stella and she was good. So I have right. So judges to make what I imagine is going to be a fairly easy decision. Nico, would you like to go first?
This is just crazy, man. I don't know what to say. This was awkward. It was weird, and but well done to both of you. And I'm gonna give it to Stella. I think Stella had the better material. She delivered it. Yeah, with Stella and yeah, Stella for me.
Hey, if this sways your vote, dog, I want to march for you, dog.
Yeah.
Do you want to change your vote, Nico, or are you happy to stick with that?
I'm Stella.
Yes, I'm going for Stella. Daylight.
It's always so much fun to watch Digits battle because Digits is just like a great entertainer. You know, he's like a very well-rounded, all-around entertainer, like Sammy Davis Jr. or Jaime Fox. He's really just like hitting on all cylinders. But a terrible joke writer. Stella, you have that for sure. Great job. I give it to Stella.
Cool. So, continuing our theme for the night of the last judge not mattering, Lee Hudson.
Just for the showmanship, I like Stella's jokes, but just for the showmanship, I'm going to give Digits a token 1 vote.
Cool. Right. So, Digits, do you want to play yourself out with your song?
No, he actually does. It's great. While the song's playing, I'm just going to read out some comments from the great people watching on Facebook, and Twitter, and YouTube, and Twitch. Well done, Cheech, Chong, and Cheap. That was great. I vote Lost Digits for the representative for the LCA. That's a British one. Digits definitely has some rake accusations. I think that was in reference to Stella's joke. I wish my shoulders changed their shape as much as Lost Digits does. I don't know what that means. The rest of them are shit. If Lidl sold rappers, if Costco sold rappers for everyone else, I don't know. The rest is shit. All right.
Well, there you go, guys. Callum Ross has decided that your comments aren't worth reading out.
Some of them aren't. Sorry, guys.
So, well, congratulations to Stella Graham. You fucking
good job, Stella. Good job.
Good job. Right.
It was a really fun battle, y'all. Great work.
That was a good battle. It was interesting. Definitely interesting. Right, so we've come to the end of our battles tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to get some final thoughts from judges before we go. Nico, how do you feel about the whole thing?
I found it hilarious when Lost Digits called her a hoe. Like just after the joke, and
I
just
love all the little tags onto the hoe, like you an ugly hoe. What?
Yeah, that was so funny. But
hey, just to
where did he come from?
Hey, look, just to be fair, she called my hose, so I got offended. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't call my hose. Only I can.
But she was talking about gardening equipment.
Yeah, he knew that. I don't know if he
did.
by.
He's gone. I'm never going to see that guy again. Does he live in Britain?
Are you sure? He's gonna pop back in right now.
I love how Digits is basically just Mexican Mark Cram.
Mexican Mark Cram would have been drinking more than he was. Right. So Jay, how do you feel about the night? How's it been?
This was a really fun night. David and Lucy, the battle of the night, but every battle was very, very entertaining, and I'm happy to be here. Glad you guys are keeping the tradition alive.
This is weird. It's like doing post-match football punditry on Roast Battle. Lee, what are your thoughts? Do you think that anyone can avoid relegation?
I enjoyed that. Good 4 battles, entertaining show tonight.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was.
Everybody gave 110%.
Yeah. Of all the online gigs I've done, this has been my favorite, I think. So thanks for Roast Battle for having me, Callum Ross.
So thanks for doing it, guys. Just wanted, before we leave, there is a link, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, wherever you're watching it, where you can donate if you've enjoyed tonight, or even if you haven't. Just put some money across. It goes between all the acts, and maybe you can buy us a coffee, a beer. We'd really appreciate it, because we're all fucking earning fuck all right now, and it would be really helpful. Yeah. And Mark's, we're not all like Mark. We haven't got like a fucking beer tap in our fucking place.
Yeah, you got beer tap, but shit internet in it. So,
yeah, shit in it, and he also hasn't got any running water. So help Mark get running water. Donate.
Right. If I
help Mark get basic utilities.
Running beer, I'm taking beer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, add to it. He's only got 207 caps. He needs more.
What beer is it, Mark? Which beer is it though?
So this is Punk IPA Z. So it's like the beta test version of Punk that they're trying out a new recipe of.
Nice.
I like beer a lot, for those of you watching it. And to Callum's point, please donate money, because as Jay helpfully reminded us earlier, about 77% of comedy clubs are going to shut, and none of us have got a career anymore. So that's awesome. I think, so on behalf of everyone here at Roast Battle, please donate. Please, when live comedy does come back, please fucking come to shows, because we're going to need you more than ever. I don't care if you're scared about getting COVID, just fucking get in the fucking room and forget about your troubles for a while. Live comedy is literally the best thing in the fucking world. Even when Lee Hudson's doing it, it's amazing. Just bullying Lee. We're just continuing the theme of bullying Lee Hudson.
But what about when David Lewis is doing it?
I just want to see David Lewis's girlfriend Lucy like take the circuit by storm.
I thought you were just gonna say leave it at Lucy. For someone else. I thought you were just gonna say I just want to see David.
If she wants to go on a date with a guy that will either fall asleep or accidentally get chili sauce on his balls, then I am her man. Right, and on that note, I feel like it's time to say goodnight. Thank you very much for watching Roast Battle. I've been Mark Cram. These have been the judges. That's been the comment guy. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I don't know what to do now, but I guess Morgan.